Kingston Lafferty Design mainly specialise in interior architecture and interior design, and that transcends between commercial, residential and more corporate spaces. Our job is to maximise space, create exciting spaces and look about creating something new. Getting spatial layouts right can be almost like a jigsaw. That's the foundation you need to get right, and then you can bring finishes, decoration, colour to enhance that. Construction is a huge part of what we do. You could have the most beautiful detailed drawings, and unless you can articulate what you want and work side by side with the trades, it's not going to work out. We just completed a restaurant design in London for a chain called Tutu Mu. Going to a restaurant is more so about the overall experience rather than just the food. The space, the design, the branding, the layout, the furniture, everything influences your experience within that place. There is an upfront investment in it, but good design is going to help you beat your competitors. It keeps you on trend. Those things are going to encourage people to come in to your restaurant or your space and to also talk about it and tell other people about it. Interior design, it's fast-paced but very exciting to work in.
Red Dog started out just over 21 years ago. It was founded by Mary Doherty and Irene Goff the day after they graduated from college. It started out as the traditional graphic design studio, producing logos, reports, one-off bespoke books, exhibitions, websites, anything that helps create clear communications. We advise clients on how they could communicate more effectively. It's about getting a true understanding of what they need to say to their audiences and helping them to do that. As a creative director, I help to inspire and lead creatively with the team. I also would work on a lot of projects myself. 2 years ago, we got the opportunity to work with the Irish Heritage Trust on a project to commemorate the 1913 lockout. It was going to be a performance by the company Anu at number 14 Henrietta Street. We were taken on as graphic designers to create the brochureware and visual communications to help complement and support this performance. When we were doing our research, I kept thinking about the architecture of all these buildings and this kind of claustrophobia. So that very much inspired the logo that we created for this experience. From the brochureware to the map that accompanied the experience, and the tickets were all created to be very tall and vertical. I think that's what sums up effective visual communications in graphic design, in the sense that you can create this attachment and collaborate very closely with your client as well. So it's very rewarding, you know.
Frontend is a UX design company. UX is basically all about user experience. When people are interacting with products or services, we focus on what is that experience that they are having. And we design solutions that are easy for people to use. Whenever we're working with any client, we have to get inside the heads of the actual end users. A recent example of a project that we worked on was for milkmen, the milkmen of Ireland. What Glanbia wanted to do was to bring these milkmen into the 21st century. So the first thing we did was we got on a milk float, and we went around with the milkmen and we figured out how they were working. People were just giving ad hoc orders, and the guys were scribbling this down in notebooks. When they were collecting the money by hand, this was taking probably 20% of their time. We came up with a solution. There was tablet apps and phone apps and websites and all the rest, but essentially what it was allowing the customers to pay online, but it also allowed the milkmen to manage the orders. One of the comments that I most remember from one of the milkmen was that he was able to take on 120 extra clients just because of the efficiencies of the system. So it really did make a huge impact on his business, and he was an awful lot happier, obviously. For mymilkman.ie, we won the International IXDA Awards in San Francisco, which we were absolutely delighted with. It's been a great success for everybody, users, the client and us as designers.
Dom is a design and innovation consultancy. We help people with their ideas to take them from an idea that's in their head all the way up to manufacture and production. Got a few of the guys here that they've won some of the biggest design awards that we can get, really. It's great to be a small Irish business and be able to do that. When we're designing a product, I guess the first thing we try to do is understand the problem. So for example, if you go to a surgery, you understand how the doctor is currently doing their job. Afterwards, we kind of take all that information and we do a kind of brainstorming session, and you start talking about different ideas, sketch down some ideas. Afterwards, you start building CAD prototypes, and then from prototypes, you go out and test and see, do they help the surgeon with their job? And then from there, it's moving it into manufacture, and then you just help them find suppliers and facilities like that. The project with Novaris was collaborative. What they tried to do is they come in with their sensors and detect the environment that diseases are going to grow in. Disease in hospital, such as MRSA, is massive. And then they're able to kind of provide another product that helps clean the air, as like an air conditioning unit. They came to us with the basic electronics and we fit them into an enclosure that they can mount very quickly and easily into hospitals. Like, it feels fantastic to be part of that team. You get to see all your products whenever you go to these areas, and secondly, you get to kind of feel that it's making a bit of a difference, like, you know.
Design is a way of thinking rather than very separate disciplines, and that's helped us get to where we are today.
Nearly every company wants to bring in a designer now. It's the kind of a hot topic at the moment.
It does reach out as far as communities when you have good graphic design.
Design is central to any business product or service, and I think people are beginning to appreciate that much more.